Tuesday. From Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Minnesota Vikings. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They are led out by their veteran quarterback hailing from Michigan State, and we like that. It's Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Man, that ain't making no sense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
We're scoreless after 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
We tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play fake. Cousins.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. Remember, he was drafted and released by the Vikings. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this was all about letting the offense just get settled in.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. To return it, Alvin Kamara.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, one possession, one drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
Here's Johnson on first down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Raiders are going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive, and you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Johnson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Devin Duvernay.
As the first half is winding down, and the Vikings have taken the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Jones. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another carry now for Madison. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Johnson now, off the bootleg. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
A first down throw for Cousins. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cousins on first down. He's got Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Raiders.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Cousins to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Here's Cousins.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here. Now Cousins looking deep for Julio. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Desperation time, Cousins on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Second and 9. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Kamara's got the first down and then some. He's at the 30, 10, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cousins to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
2nd and 15.
One last shot now for Cousins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.